All right, guys, we're sending books out for restoration removal. All right, guys, we're sending books out here. I got a little ahead of myself because I wanted to make a video and I already cracked one book open. Before we get into this, if you could hit that subscription button, the notification bell, hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. This video is literally taking months to make. Right now, at the beginning of this video, what's the date today? It's like early August, maybe the 5th, 6th, something like that. So I'm going to be mailing these books out sometime by midweek, probably Tuesday, maybe even Monday. After I make a few phone calls to CGC, I have 3 books here that came back restored, all separate submissions. One was an X-Men 101, first appearance of Phoenix. Here is the label. I already cracked it open, started cutting. I cut it out. Here's the case. And I said, oh crap, I need to record this. I wanted to do a video on this. I think it'd be really cool. So here's the first one. Here is the second one. This is Daredevil #1. Came back at 2.0. Restoration includes a small amount of color touch on cover reattached with tape, and tape on interior cover. I don't know if that's considered restoration. I don't believe it is, but the color touch is. So we're going to be sending that in for restoration removal. And last but not least, this X-Men 94 came back a 9.0 restored. Nonsense. I don't believe it. Very upsetting. So we're going to crack this open. The Phoenix is already cracked open. I don't see any color touch on this thing. The only thing I do see with a black light is there's some staining on the back. I don't know if you can see it. This stuff does pop out with a black light. And sometimes if you take your black light and you look and you see if there anything stands out. I don't see anything, man. I mean, you're supposed to do it in the dark and everything, but like, I don't see any color touch. Could be a mistake. Could be something I'm totally missing. Absolutely could be missing. So we already cracked this one open. This submission's cost me quite a few dollars too. This submission is costing me $683 for the 3 books. The X-Men and the X-Men 94, the Daredevil 1, I had to put in at the $3,000. What tier is that? Not standard, right? Hold on. It doesn't even say it here. I forgot what. I could look it up real quick. Anyway, doesn't matter. That's going in, and then I had to value the X-Men 101 at about $1,000, because if it does come back in 8.0, it is going to be $1,000. So I am going to press these books before I send them out one more time, and I'm going to crack these guys open. But that's enough of this. Let me stop the video, crack these open. I'll show you all 3 books not encapsulated anymore. All right, so all 3 books free from their plastic prison, only to be imprisoned again sometime in the near future. Our labels. I'm actually going to send these labels back with these books, just so they know it's the same books that are on the invoice. I couldn't find the restoration. Does it mean that it's not there? No, of course. CGC knows what they're doing. They found the restoration if there is any. But what I am going to do is call and say, hey, if these books were in fact, free of restoration, because these things do have to be screened by CCS, do I get my money back? And I'm sure they will give me my money back for the restoration removal, and they will regrade it and they will get blue labels. I'm assuming. So these are going off too. Our labels are going off. Our books are going off. Just going to give them a quick press before they go. And the next part of this video will be hopefully the unboxing of at least these 2. Unfortunately, the X-Men 101 had to go in under a different tier. Could I have submitted it with these books under that same tier? Yes, I could have. It would have cost me a lot extra money that I didn't need to spend. So this guy, she's coming back alone. Probably sometime in 2024. It's a joke. Sometimes you guys think I'm telling the truth when I joke around like that. No. So that's it. That's it for this part of the video. So now I'm going to do all the waiting. All you guys have to do is wait seconds, and these things will be back. Well, at least the 2 will be back. I'm going to be waiting months and months and months. All right, the books are back from CGC. Holy crap, did this take a long time. In here is a Daredevil 1, an X-Men 94, and an X-Men 101. I had to go back and watch and write the grades down because I sent the labels back with the books. It's been so long and so much has happened between the beginning of this video and now that I didn't even remember doing any of that. So thanks for getting to this point of the video. So in here are 3 books. that had restoration removal. I paid for them. I'll let you know what exactly I paid in here, because these invoices, the CGC invoices should be in here. So this one is the X-Men 94. How do I know that? Because I sent the X-Men 9. This is the X-Men 101. I apologize. I know that because the 94 and the Daredevil 1 went together in the same tier, so they were insured for the same price. I believe it was like $3,000 or $1,000. I'm not sure. We'll find out when we open these things. This is the X-Men 101. This went in at a modern tier. So Deep Dive Comics. We're going to open this thing and see what happened. We started out with the X-Men 101 and an 8.0 purple label. Now, what we're going to do too is we're going to get the sales data. We're going to see what this thing is valued at. Now, general rule of thumb, this is not gospel. I could be wrong here. This is a general rule of thumb on most books, not the highest of, grails, but these kind of books. That purple label essentially the book will value at about half of a blue label. Now, I know you're going to yell at me. Some of you guys are going to yell at me in the comments. That's not true, this, that, and the other thing, and that's fine. That's why I said general rule of thumb. So here we go. This will be the X-Men 101. Again, we started at an 8.0 purple. I see the blue label, so that's a good sign. So here she is. I don't know what... Oh, they cut a little bit out on the bottom corners. So the bottom corner here, the two very bottom corners. It's hard to see. If I remember, I'll take pictures and zoom in because I don't believe those looked like that before. So here we go. We started at an 8.0. We went to a 7.0. Okay, I'm not upset. We're going to see what the value is at the 8.0 purple and what the value is at the 7.0 blue. I'm going to tell you now, the 7.0 blue is definitely going to be worth more. For sure. Nice. This is the first appearance of Phoenix, if you guys didn't know. Here's the one we care about. These are the big boys, the X-Men 94 and the Daredevil number 1. So the Daredevil number 1, well, I'll tell you as we get to these. So we dropped 2 grades for that. I'll take it. Still white pages. Actually, I say still. I don't even know if it was white pages before. But yeah, white pager. I don't have... Oh, the invoice fell out. Here it is. So here's the invoice. This thing cost me $63, but I don't think... That was for a standard submission, but I don't think that counts the restoration removal. Let me just stick this here. We're going to go one at a time. I'm really excited. Can you tell? I'm all disheveled. All right, here we go. First things first. Daredevil number 1. This one was a 2.0, so a low grade to begin with. I can't see anything cut out. I can't see anything. I can't see anything. Anyway, we got the blue label here. It says cover reattached with tape. Tape on interior cover. Big time book. Really cool book. We went from a 2.0 purple label to a 2.0 blue label. How can you be upset about that? Fan-freaking-tastic. 2.0 blue label. That's money in the bank. That's huge. That's huge. We didn't drop at all. That's huge. Great. Now X-Men 94. This guy started out really high. This one started out, and now I don't see... Oh, I see all this on the side that they cut out. Nothing on the back. This thing started out at a 9.0 purple label. They definitely took out 1, 2, 3. That's a big chunk. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 big chunks on the spine. This is going to hurt, guys. We went from a 9.0 to a 5.5, but it's that blue label. I think I'd still rather have a 5.5 blue label because this book displays gorgeous. It really does display really well, except for that spine, those notches taken out of there. I'd still rather have this white pager 5.5 blue label. So what I'm going to do now, the Daredevil one is incredible. What I'm going to do now, we'll see, we'll try to get some values here. Oh, what do we have here? Here's another invoice. Hold on. So this was $200. This didn't even count what I paid for restoration removal. So I don't know what I paid for the removal. So I apologize for that. But to go from a 9.0 to a 5.5, that's a lot of restoration they cut out here. So all right, let me get some values here. All right, guys, so I've got some values here, I've got some prices here, and I'm excited to dig in. Now, remember, I said a general rule of thumb, so please don't take this as gospel. I don't want people yelling at me, that's not true, that's not true. First of all, you shouldn't take what anybody says on YouTube as gospel. Do your own due diligence, do your own homework, do your own research. This is just what I found, and from my experience, I think that purple label essentially cuts the value in half. So, as example, we will start with the Daredevil #1. We had it in a 2.0 purple label. Happened to come back as a 2.0 blue label. That 2.0 blue label is worth $3,000. That purple label, you'd get maybe $1,500 for it. Again, general rule of thumb, not gospel. Not gospel. And watch out for this book. I think I may be bringing this to a Whatnot auction. If you guys don't know what Whatnot it is, it's a new app, does live auction claim sales, just like the ones we do on YouTube. I might be bringing this to a future one. This guy may be coming as a buy it now. If you don't have it, check the link down below in the description. Download Whatnot. You can follow me at @VeryGary_comics, as well as TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, @VeryGary_comics. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes here. Let's get into the values of the books that made some bigger swings. We're going to start with the X-Men '94. This one was the big swing. We went from that 9.0 purple label way down to a 5.5. Let me double check. I may be wrong. Yeah, to a 5.5. Kept the white pages. Well, I don't even know if it had white pages. Anyway, 5.5 white pages. So the purple label valued somewhere between $1,250 to $1,500. Now that's me valuing a 9.0 blue label at somewhere between $2,500 and $3,000. Okay, I'm essentially cutting it in half. The 5.5 values somewhere between $750 and $911. So if we had kept the purple label and we were able to even get $1,000 for it, we would have been ahead. So I may have took a big L on that one. I didn't expect this to drop that much. With that being said, just because that purple label, I may have been able to get $1,000 for it. It may have been a lot harder to move. Yes, I would have got more money, but it may be a little bit harder to move. Instead, I could put an $800 price tag on the 5.5 blue label, and it may sell at the next Whatnot auction or the next live sale on YouTube, right? Because it's that blue label, it's more affordable as well. And it's preference. Some people don't mind the purple label. I personally do, but that's the beautiful thing about our hobby. Everybody has the different opinions, collect different things. Wonderful. Last but not least, let's get into the X-Men 101. Now, again, like I said before, valuing at 50% a blue label to that purple label. So the purple label value in the 8.0, first appearance of Phoenix now, comes in roughly at $440 to $600, which means if that 8.0 blue label value is somewhere between $880 and $1,200. Again, 50% roughly. General rule of thumb, not gospel. The 7.0 blue label comes in somewhere between $675 and $800. So we did well. We dropped 2 points to go from the 8.0 purple to the 7.0 blue. 2 points, and still 1 whole point, 2 halves. We still came out ahead. So the lowest, $675, is still $75 higher than the highest on the purple label, which is roughly $600. So we did really well there. And again, I'd rather have that 7.0 blue than an 8.0 purple right across the board for all of them. Obviously, the best we did was on that Daredevil because it was even. We went 2.0 purple, 2.0 blue. Perfect. You can't ask for more. You cannot ask for more. That was the best. So hopefully you guys kind of had fun with this video. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you just enjoyed the whole process. This took a really long time to put all of this together. I'm glad I did because I learned some stuff here too. I learned the values and everything. I didn't know, that was that drastic. Now, again, some books may be bigger in range of value differences, and some may be a little bit smaller and tighter. Just these are the books we did. We'll see. Maybe we'll be getting some restored books back in the future. I know my man Ray from Carolina, we sent out a bunch of stuff for him. So we have a whole bunch of silver, and you never know. You just never know. I didn't look at these with a fine-tooth comb, So we'll see. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know down below if you think I made a mistake. Did I make a mistake, or did I do the right thing here by getting this removed? The process was great. I enjoyed it regardless, but I do want to hear from you guys. So thank you so much. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up on the way out. Don't forget to hit that subscription button. And as always, keep it comics.